Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Well, how is everyone tonight? Hope you're well. This is obviously a quick roundup on tonight's game. Great win, and if you see in the rolling bar below, I said, what would your team lineup be earlier? Well, what were your thoughts on tonight's lineup? And I asked who you would pick, and were you surprised that anyone came in or kept their place tonight? Were you surprised that Rodri and Fernandinho kept their place and when we could have had Otamendi and Stones? But overall, 5-1, you can't, absolutely cannot complain about that tonight. Some absolutely brilliant performances by the boys. Shame about Rodri. Yeah, not good at all. And hopefully it's nothing too serious. And yeah, so I picked Bravo, didn't I? I was just playing around a little bit there. But Walker played. Obviously, we had Fernandinho and Rodri. Mendy kept his place. Thought he did all right tonight. And Gundogan, I thought playing in that holding role was very, very good tonight. Phil Foden, I said would start tonight, and I thought he was brilliant. Did really, really well. Shame about his red card. I mean, the first yellow was just so petty, but that's European football for you, and you just can't do anything. The slightest little thing. The annoying thing was the amount of fouls that they did and got nothing. I mean, tackles from behind didn't get penalised, yet Foden got a first yellow for which was nothing. Kevin De Bruyne, I thought, was in and out. Some brilliant, brilliant parts of his play. But he's still finding his feet. I thought Riyad Mahrez, on the whole, apart from that cross, was a little bit quiet tonight. Sergio Aguero was his usual sort of darting, energetic self. And Raheem Sterling, oh my lord, what an absolutely amazing performance. I mean, right from word go, it was like he had something to prove tonight. He was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. But let's see what you guys think anyway. Let's see who is on. Scroll back, loads of people on at the moment. City Till I Die, hi, how are you, mate? Kamal's on, hi guys, thanks City, Big Forehead is back, hi all, how are you, buddy? Kamal, can we just appreciate how that ref was? That's European football for you, though, Kamal. I mean, yeah, it wasn't great, and I agree there was very inconsistent. England's finest referee needs sacking. Knobhead. Edward Denham says Phil sending off was a farce. First one was never a yellow. Totally agree. Brad Niblock, evening all. How are you? Kamal Dwyer, the only downside today was Rodri. Let's hope it's nothing too serious. It didn't look like it was anything major. It looked like it was a bit of a tight or a pull or something. It certainly didn't look like a tear. So hopefully it's just a couple of weeks out. Not sure Pep trusts Stones. Well, he brought him on. Kamal Dwyer, what happened to Stones' eye? It looks like a bit of a nasty one. I was watching the post-match interviews and things like that, hence why I'm a little bit late coming on. It looked like a real nasty one on his eye, and looked like it's got stitches in there. So I don't know. Maybe he's pissed his missus off again. Who knows? But it looks like it's a training ground collision. Very pleased, clinical in most parts, says City Till I Die, England's finest. Kamal, he did it against Palace, mate. Yeah, there was blood all over the place, but I don't know whether anything else has happened because the Palace game didn't look like it was that bad. But you see above his eye, I mean, I don't know, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was a really nasty cut. Chris Baker's on, evening all. We've been razzled dazzled. I mean, unbelievable performance from Raheem Sterling tonight. Absolutely amazing. Congrats on the 10K, Andy. Been here since the first 100. Thank you, Brad. I know you have, buddy. Thank you for that. Still thought we were defensively shaky. Yeah, we weren't our best, but sometimes when you just all-out attack against teams that you think, we can score at every opportunity here, sometimes there's a bit of, you get a bit laxy-daisy at the back. England's finest, Sterling, still most dangerous player on the pitch. He was amazing. Sterling is a machine, says City Till I Die. He was definitely a machine tonight. I mean, absolutely incredible. And just the way tonight, the way that he actually, was just moving the ball right from word go. He was all over the place, absolutely amazing. He looked like every time he wanted to, he could easily outstrip the centre back, the right back, and he was just brilliant. And I thought he was absolutely amazing tonight. If I'm being honest with you, really, really, really good performance by Raheem Sterling. Absolutely brilliant. Conor McGregor 123 says Adama Traore ruined Fernandinho in that game. Wolves fan, only joking. Great game today. Yeah, would do. We'll see what Adama Traore wins at the end of the season, mate. But no, you're more than welcome to come onto the channel, buddy. Kiam, great win. Extremely concerned about defence moving forward. Injuries robbing us. Another one. Sit till I die. Good. Thanks, Andy. How are you? I'm very good, mate. How are you, buddy? Let's go back. England's finest. Oh, yes. Change the name back to the original. Make your bloody mind up. Hako Madrid. I don't know what that means, mate. JTR 35. I think I've never seen Foden play very badly. I think I've never seen Foden play very badly. CMIIW. Here's a clue, JTR 35. Come on. Sterling was on fire tonight. Mingyi Wong, he was absolutely amazing. My profile picture reveals identity of best man. I don't know who that is, mate. It's too small for me to see. Kiam, Raz, amazing tonight, but still got levels for me. He could genuinely be what he wants. Well, Kiam, if you listen to Rio Ferdinand in the studio after the game, he turned around and said he's in the top 5 footballers in world football right now. And he actually mentioned the fact that you only have to look at the likes of what Eden Hazard has gone to Madrid and done, who was supposedly in the top 3 or 4, far outweighs. He said far outweighs what the likes of Hazard has done. Hysteria Manchester says Sterling was breathtaking to watch tonight. I'm so proud to have him in our team. Unbelievable tonight. Kamal Dwyer, credit to Atalanta. Played well, came at us, but just can't defend. Yeah, they've conceded lots and lots of goals, Kamal. England's finest. Atmosphere still depresses me. Watching that power goal, the limbs are unbelievable. The facility at the Etihad class, but main road atmosphere is unbeatable. Yeah, it is. It is what it is. Hi guys, Ivor's on. Man City says crazy thing is Sterling hasn't even reached his full potential yet. It's scary. Absolutely agree with you, Man City. It is frightening. Absolutely frightening when you think of where this kid could potentially be. And you only have to look at, what he could potentially do in the future. It's quite frightening. It is absolutely agree with you. I'm just going to move that down a bit. It is absolutely quite frightening. And I hope any one of you people in the back there. I'm just having a look in the. I'm having a look at the background picture there, just seeing if I can recognise anybody. I'm assuming that's the North stand or the family stand. So do you recognise anybody in that photograph? Because that's a brilliant photograph of Raz when he scored. I think it was his second goal. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just having a quick look now before I take it off the screen. But I'm just seeing if I can recognise anyone. I can't recognise anyone in that one. So I'm assuming that's the family stand because you probably be able to recognise somebody in the south stand from that picture. But yeah, I mean, absolutely on fire tonight. Amazing. Absolutely amazing, Raheem, today. Wonderful. John Grogan says, nice one, Raz. Shove it up. Conor McGregor says, just love a bit of banter. Let me tell you, Adama will win nothing. Trophy, but very good trophy. No, mate, I'm only kidding with you, mate. Absolutely, you're more than welcome to come on and have a bit of banter. We do that with Hey, listen, we do it with Liverpool fans, so you're more than welcome. Your fans were amazing at the Etihad the other week. Absolutely amazing. Dank City, Otamendi was a bit today. Come on, so he came on as a sub. Hysteria Manchester 100% agree. Sterling is tearing teams apart. Dominic Hayde says, amazing performance today. What do you think of the second yellow? There was hardly any contact. Yeah, he pulled him back. Yeah, it was the first one. The first one was definitely not a yellow card. The second one, if you took somebody's arm back in Europe, you're going to get a yellow card for that. It was the first one. I think Pep was going mental at the FIFA official for the first yellow card, knowing potentially if he does anything else. And what did he do? A bit of naivety. You do that in Europe, you're going to get a second yellow card. But he'll learn. Pep giving him a big hug and slapped his head when he went off and everything else. And yeah, the first one was just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But it is what it is. It's one of those. The kid will learn. He's not a nasty player. It wasn't like it was a nasty foul or anything like that. I mean, it was just very petty of the referee, especially considering that the referee knew he's a young kid and he's on a yellow already. He could have, with the game at where the game was, he could easily have just sort of brushed it off and went, one more and you're off. And Pep could have subbed him, but yeah, he'll learn. Oh, big jump there. Apologies. Dank City, are you really surprised? Says Kamal. Kiam says, has to do it against the very best for me to be top level. Anfield places like that. Kiam's a very, Kiam, stop it. He is just, I can't believe that you're claiming he's got to do it at Anfield to be as good as he is. I mean, let's face it, Lionel Messi has not done it at places, neither has Cristiano Ronaldo, neither has Eden Hazard. So, Edward Denham, Kiam, what did you think of Mahrez, England's finest Dank City? Dank didn't really play long enough to determine, but I agree with 100%. And you sent it back in January. It's going to be difficult. It is. Can we just get over the Otamendi hating? It's proper boring now. I'm with you, Ivor. Absolutely, I'm with you, mate. Kamal Demeyer, not surprised, just waiting for Pep to swap him for a kebab or something. I hope Pep doesn't take Sterling from us when he leaves. Mark the Blue says, we bossed it, we did. Ming Wong, funny these City fans are still hating Otamendi. I know, a couple of bad games and suddenly, he's the worst player in the world. Yet 18 months ago, he was in the Premier League Team of the Year, so is he the best defender in the world? No, he isn't. But, I mean, come on, he's played some absolutely amazing games for us. And yes, he is error-prone on occasions, but at the end of the day, he's a solid player for me. And that's my opinion. The media will be hounding Raz to move to Spain. Yeah. Hello, people. Hi, Ryan, Kiam. Mara started poorly, but that pass to KDB seemed to spark him into life. It did. A wonderful 20-yard pass. I mean, that under no pressure. Yeah, there you go. So it's like me saying that to you. Either Dank City, Dank by name, Dank by nature, boring, mate. Ryan Curry, I've given my first ever rating above a 10. My ratings, you can't give above a 10, mate. It's impossible. Dominic Head says, stick your pizza through. I still think Mahrez is very in and out of games. I agree with you, Cam. I just, consistency, that's Mahrez's one downfall. He gets a run of games and he has one or two decent games and then 2, 3 all right games. But there's no doubt in his ability. There's no doubt in his ability whatsoever. England's finest Ming Wong, not hate. He's done lots for the club, but he's struggling lately. Edward Denham, Andy, my missus says Rafael Toloi is a good-looking Brazilian. Is really? Can't honestly say that I know who you're talking about there, mate. We're talking about one of the Atalanta players. Not that I looked, I'll be honest with you. Not my thing. Kamal says, today I noticed when Mendy lost the ball, he never tracked back. I tell you what, one thing I did look today, and I didn't really notice it the other day, he did look a bit heavy. I must admit, he did look a bit chunky. James Richardson, evening all. Phyllis says, folk are going to look at the 5-1 scoreline. I think City played another Bobbins team. I thought they had some really good players, attacked right from the final whistle. Nice to see for a change. I agree with you, Ivor. Totally agree. You know, Atalanta were third in the in Serie A last season. Yeah, I thought we did really well. They did look a bit all over the place, but I just thought our attacking intent tonight was superb. Mendy had a disappointing game, says Chris Baker. Yeah, he was so-so. England's finest, happy to see Mendy not forcing crosses. Mendy was rusty tonight, says James Richardson. Edward Sterling is like prime Thierry Henry, but better. He's probably still got a little bit of way to go before he overtakes Thierry Henry, but he's young. He's got years ahead of him. And that's the thing. He has got so much time on his side. Unbelievable. I don't know, what was it? Was Henry 26, was it, when he came to the Premier League and didn't really do anything for the first 18 months? So nearly 28 when he really, that's how good Henry was in his later years. So, Sterling's got years ahead of him. Ryan, Kiam is a moody bugger today, and people have got me for my ratings. All those Sterling media haters, up yours, absolutely, Mark the Blue spot on. Mr. T, to be honest, first 15 minutes, I thought we lost it. Must admit, first 15 minutes, it was one of those games you looked at and thinking, it's just not happening. The passes were getting short. We were sloppy, but then suddenly, as soon as they scored that penalty, that was it. Then we suddenly stepped up a gear. Edward Denham, Otamendi is better than Van Dijk, who slipped on his ass against Rashford like Gerrard. Man City, I know Sterling had 3 goals, but don't forget about the pass to Aguero for the first goal. He also drew the penalty. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why it was such an amazing performance. 3 goals, 1 assist, and 1 penalty. Alexander Savage, hi Andy, great game, definitely, but I have one issue, the fans leaving with 85 minutes left. What was all that about? I mean, Alex, it's one of those. Listen, I'm never, ever, I'm not one. Honestly, I'm not one, and I don't go down this route. Each to their own, mate. It's a midweek game. It's Tuesday night in the UK. It's school. And by the time they get out, if you've ever been to the Etihad, you know that if you're driving, it's a nightmare to get out the car parks. If you're catching a tram, it's a nightmare to get the tram if you leave. So I'm not going to give it too much. I try and stay to the end. Sometimes I do leave on 85 minutes because I'm doing filming. So I try and run to wherever, and I might need to go back to the car to get the camera or some stuff. So on the odd occasions I do. Normally I stay right to the end, but depending on the circumstances, I always try and stay to the end. But sometimes I have had to leave early to go and get the camera, go and get myself in position and get ready to interview fans outside. I wouldn't begrudge anybody, not midweek night games especially. And it's a bit different at the weekends when it's like a 12 o'clock or a 3 o'clock or, even a 5 o'clock kickoff, something like that on a Saturday or a Sunday. But people have got work, and you've got to remember, like me, if you invest so much time in watching your team, your other half's not always happy about the fact that you're always at the game or you're always here. So any 5 minutes here or there and things like that, it does make a difference. And if you've got kids, and you do allow your kids, and this is the thing, you do allow your kids to go to an evening midweek game with school the next day. Not everybody lives 5 minutes outside of the Etihad Stadium. Some people, like me, I sometimes leave evening games when the game finishes at whatever time, 9:45, and by the time we're done filming, by the time I've done editing, and by the time we've done everything else, I don't leave the Etihad sometimes. You see my videos, it's like 11:30, 11:45 at night. I don't get home till like 2 o'clock in the morning, so your missus gets pissed off and everything else, and it's a long drive home, and not everyone lives 5 minutes or lives in the city centre of Manchester. So I've got no problems with it. Would I rather them stay? Would I rather all of us stay? Yeah, of course I would. But, we're 5-1 up. If it was 1-1 and you're thinking, God, there's massive importance on this game, I would expect more people to stay. So I'm not one of those that has a go at people for leaving early. I understand their reasons and everything else behind it. It's all a personal choice. At least they're there. I wasn't there tonight. Martin wasn't there tonight. At least they were there and turned up and supported the team for 80 or 85 minutes. Ederson passes better than Henderson. Ederson's passing is just phenomenal. Absolutely amazing. Kiam says, Ryan, I am the voice of reason tonight. Lots of Blues talking like we Champions League winning. I don't think anybody, Kiam, I don't think anybody on this channel is talking about Champions League winners. We're just purely being objective about tonight's performance. Alex says 10 to 15 minutes. I thought 80 minutes. J Fresh said Mahrez wasn't good enough at all today. He wasn't great. And Ryan Corey, nope, Kiam, I saw your Twitter. Defo being a moody bugger. Walker was poor first half too. Yeah, he wasn't great either first half. Alex says Walker was very poor in my opinion. Hysteria Manchester, Mendy has been out for a long time, spent an hour upon hour in the gym, so he's packed on muscle. Maybe he needs to lose a bit of that because he looks huge. Mingyu Wong, Champions League winners. Alex says, honestly, Dinamo gave us a much more difficult game than these guys. England's finest, Walker wasn't poor, added pace to the attack. Dummy runs, we can't forget these players aren't robots programmed to win. Good point. Mendy was our best of the back line. Kiam, I'm just sick of seeing crappy defending in the Champions League. Ryan, the Champions League can only be won with a solid defence, even without injuries. We just don't seem to grasp it. Kamal says, apparently the defender that brought Sterling down for the pen was involved in match fixing a few years ago. Really? Wow. Allegedly. Allegedly, you meant allegedly there. I'm sure you meant allegedly. Come on. J Fresh, Mendy was the best defender today. JT, hopefully City will qualify the group in the next game. December fixture is ridiculous. Yeah, we're 9 points now. If we don't qualify from this group, we're 9 points out of 3 games. When we don't deserve to be even in the next round. Dominic Hayes says, stop hating on Nico. He will sooner or later find his form and you'll be thanking him. Edward Denham says, J Fresh, please stop contradicting yourself, fam. Phyllis says, Henry and Sterling are completely different players. Henry was not at Sterling's level at his age. Crazy to compare the two. I didn't compare him. I said Henry didn't come to the Premier League until he was 26, was he? 26 and a bit. And it took him 18 months before he actually started hitting his stride. So Sterling's got years ahead of where Henry started out. I don't want to be the most entertaining Champions League team dumped out quarterfinal. I'd rather solid and win it. Spencer 13, how are you? Ryan Corey can't have a go at fans for leaving early on midweek games. City till I died tram after the match is like a tin of sardines. Well, it is if you can get on one, mate. That's the thing. And when you're on one, it is. Do you reckon we are contenders to win it, Kiam? Says Mingyu Wong. Hysteria says we need our players fit, though. Throughout to go all the way, Kiam. Let's hope we find them fit and healthy. England's finest says Etihad standard parking. It's lots of fun. Highlights of my Saturdays. Well, I normally park in the blue car park, and that's why I'm lucky because I just hang around the stadium until 2 hours at least after the game. So by the time I get in my car, everyone's gone. So it's easy. It's no problem whatsoever. But I know I have left when I've had to leave for family reasons immediately after the game. Oh, my, spend an hour just trying to get out of the car park. England's finest, Etihad standard parking is lots of fun. Sorry, injury crisis worsens and continues, says Abdallah. Alexander Savage, sometimes leaving a few minutes early is the difference between getting the bus, train, and not getting it. There are many reasons folk have to leave. Absolutely. Spot on. I would never, ever, like I said, ever decry anybody leaving early. It's one of those people. Everyone's entitled to their own, have different reasons why and things. And I'm sure there are not people who always leave 5 minutes early or, always do this. And I'm sure there are people who always leave 5 minutes early. It's, unless you've been there and you've got places to go and places to travel and, you might be meeting up with family for a birthday party or just the fact that you've got to get a tram to Manchester and then train to somewhere else and then jump on another train to get home. Everyone's got their own reasons why. And for me, If you turn up and you leave at 80 minutes or 85 minutes, fine. You turned up. That's it. Kiam says, no, I don't think we're contenders. No chance, far too open at the back. James Richardson, leaving 5 minutes early can save me an hour coming back to Fallowfield. There you go. Hysteria says, of course, we are contenders, Ming. Look at our squad. Look at how we passed the team to death. Then Pepper their goal. Edward says, why do opposition fans keep sending me thing about Man City recruiting influence to promote the atmosphere at home games? I've no idea. I've seen people saying, well, I live 125 miles away from the Etihad and I always stay till the end. Yeah, and some people do, and that's their choice, because you've got to remember, the thing is that if you live 125 miles away and you're driving, it doesn't really matter if you leave half an hour after the game, or will it make a big difference if you're leaving 5 minutes before the end of kickoff? It might do. I don't know, because I don't live 125 miles from the Etihad. But, you know, so some people might just go, well, I drive 125 miles to the Etihad, I stay there, I watch the game till the end, hang around, have a chat. I speak to some of them outside the Etihad. And then when the traffic's died down, I drive home and I get a clear run through Manchester to the M56 and then the M6 and down to wherever, or up north through the M62. So, I mean, it's each to their own. Each to their own. I am definitely not one of those people who just, oh God, people leaving 5 minutes ago. I just don't get it. Why complain about other people? Everyone is different. Alex says, just wondering, many tourists in the stands. I wasn't there tonight, so I can't tell you, mate. Maybe other people who were there might be able to say. I have no idea. Wow. Big jump again. I do apologise. We won't be too open at the back forever, Kiam. Things will get better, especially in the Champions League games. Raz has 161 goals and assists in just over 3 seasons. He's 24. It's amazing. And let's not also forget, it's a little bit sort of lost today, and that is the likes of Sergio Aguero. And that was a point that was clearly made after the game tonight on BT Sports, and we're saying, you know, don't forget Sergio Aguero scored 2 goals tonight and put in another brilliant performance, but he was just outshone by the way Raheem Sterling played. So I thought he was exceptional. I think also Raz scored the 4th quickest hat-trick ever. 11 minutes in the Champions League, so in Europe. So Edward Denham Wong, do you have a crystal ball? Because he said defence will always be let down for us when whatever team we get in the last 16. Ryan, Andy, did you get my email with my predictions? I have, mate. I just don't have time to look at it because I was watching the game, buddy. But thank you for that. Ivor says, Jesus, guys, did we win 5-1 or lose 5-1? Too much negative stuff on here tonight. Let's not forget LFC lost 3 and drew 2 on the way to winning Champions League. Thank you very much, Ivor. That I'm absolutely with you. England's finest. That's when we invest in the defence. No point in being able to score against big European clubs, but not defend. Andy Mendy, wow. Andy Mendy, wow. That's a mouthful, Carl. Fully agree. Phyllis says hysteria. Ivor, were you at the game tonight? England's finest. Phyllis, give you an applaud for that one. Either they lost 4, if I recall correctly, says Edward. Didn't mean you, Andy, regarding their orange. Oh, right, okay, mate. No, it's fine. Don't matter if you're having a go at me, mate. It makes no difference. Kamal, I don't actually think Mendy was that great today. Maybe it's just me. I'll be honest, I didn't think Mendy had a brilliant game, if I'm being honest. I'll be truthful with you. I thought he was okay. I thought Sterling was exceptional. I thought Foden did well tonight. I thought Gundogan did very, very well. I thought Sergio worked his socks off. I was a little disappointed apart from the pass from Mahrez. But on the whole, we can't really complain. 5-1 at home. I mean, Jesus, if we're going to pick apart, you know, we can say, oh, well, it was only this, it was only that. Listen, we scored 5 goals in the European competition at home in the group stages against a team that were 3rd in Serie A last season. So I think that just says it all as to where we are as a team rather than anything else. So, you know, just I don't know. I just think let's be positive. It was great. I thought we could have scored so many more as well. Sergio missed two great chances. Raheem's missed. You know, can you imagine? It could have been 8 or 9 tonight. I mean, it would have been phenomenal. But it is what it is at the end of the day. So well done to Raza for that. I thought he was exceptional tonight. Absolutely brilliant. But let's get back to your comments for a go. Thanks, pal. I'm no LFC expert. Rodri injured. Injury crisis continues and worsens. We'll have to wait and see. Don't panic. Rodri could be out for like 2 days. He could be. We'll wait and see. Didn't look serious, but it could be a couple of weeks if it's a strain. Phyllis, were you at the game? Not even LFC fans or LFC experts. They're clueless and deluded bunch. England's finest, Alexander, were you at the game? No, Edward, it's maybe what I'm thinking. We are contenders, says Carl. Sterling's better than Salah. Afdelin Skills says, starting any doubt. What was that one? Missed that. Another big jump, sorry. Whoa, God, my Lord, I've missed a load of so many comments there. Let's stop this negative nonsense, says Carl. Absolutely agree. England's finest, unfortunately, I live far away. Edward, Sterling's miles better than Salah. Salah should be compared to Zaha. He's better than Zaha. Zaha's garbage. Carl, we can't. Can't we compete? We were one VAR decision away from getting to the final and beating Scousers. I agree. Or to the semis. To the semis, really. Not the final, but the semis. Totally agree with that. Right, let me just jump forward. Sterling's miles better than Salah. Yeah, done that. Alexander, it's a Wednesday, mate. I didn't go. Short money. It's not. It's a Tuesday. England's finest. Short of money. Unfortunately, football isn't a working class hobby anymore. It's not, especially when you don't know which day it is. Yeah, I know what you mean. No, missed my first ever Champions League game at the Etihad tonight through illness. Martin says we won't win the UEFA Champions League. In my opinion, not good enough. Oh, Martin, don't you be bringing more negativity to the channel. I've had enough today. Martin, bit early, mate. Even everyone, how are you, Leonard? Phyllis says, Martin, LFC fans were saying that at the group stages last season. Defence isn't up to it. I agree, Martin, says Scott Williams. Oh, my Lord, the absolute negativity after a 5-1 win in the Champions League is unbelievable. Are we getting so spoiled? Are we as City fans getting so spoiled? How we'll defend against Liverpool? Who knows? Because we're not playing them yet. Alexander, England's finest, yeah, I get it, but at least you can afford to attend some matches. I live in Serbia, nowhere near Manchester, well, that's why you can't attend, mate. Hysteria, we are good enough to win the UEFA Champions League at the moment. We're vulnerable, yes, but we won't be like this forever. Bit more positivity coming in. Krieber, how are you, mate? Alex, Belgrade not battered. Kiam, LFC can defend in the Champions League either. Ryan says, Martin, I might have had a little dig at you being bottom out of me, Andy and Kiam in my predictions recording. I'll wait to listen to that tomorrow. Alex, once we enter the last 16 stage, we'll know whether we're contenders or not. Agree. Can't argue with that. England's finest, of course, our defence couldn't handle the likes of Barcelona and Liverpool, but the future is bright in my children. Absolutely. Glad they did. Can't stand that club, said Alex. Ryan Corrie, Martin is still recovering. I'm sure he'll be back on top form soon. Leonard said, lose against Liverpool in the league. Then we'll focus on winning the Champions League. It might have to go that way, Leonard. Krieber says, the one thing I was sceptical about with Fernandinho was giving away those stupid fouls. Hope there are no more of those silly challenges. It happened, but it happens. Nobody's perfect. Leonard London, no way we can compete for both. Alexander, do you support a local team? Pal said England's finest. Ryan said he has only been ill this week. Predictions, it was his best week. He might want to keep this little illness a little longer. I ain't being negative, but we were sloppy first. 10 minutes, a better team would have punished us. Great result, don't get me wrong, great result, but the stadium seemed quiet as well. God, wow. Blah, 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 blah. God, there's so many comments on here tonight. Thank you, everyone. I'm sorry if I'm skipping through because I'm going now. Is that why they lost 4 games in the Champions League last season? Says Ivor to Kiam. Injuries, mate. Leonard says Scott. Leonard, let's not wish that upon us, fellow. Alex says England's finest. Nope, only Man City, mate. Man City fan TV. Martin says just something about us, our fans, and the UEFA Champions League. That's all. Kiam says we will have some players back in the new year, so that'll make a difference. I'll stay positive. Yeah, and that's the thing is when it comes to the group stages, we'll have pretty much everyone back by sort of February time. We'll have everybody back if Sane stays, and we haven't sold him, or we might have bought somebody else in there by then. So they'll be back. Hopefully the Rodri is just a strain and not tear. Then it's just a couple of weeks. I agree. Fair enough, Alexander Mingyu Wong. It's difficult to compete in both competitions. So definitely won't be winning the Champions League. Ooh. Kiam says, staying positive. This might be the most negative. Manchester's Blue Hindy, how are you? I'm very good, buddy. How are you? Good to have you back on the channel. Krieber, enjoying watching Gundogan tonight. See why Pep likes it. He was exceptional tonight. I've always said Krieber, when he's given time and space, he's an exceptionally talented player. Very, very good. Difference in the Premier League is he's not always afforded that much time. Either when it truly matters, they can defend under pressure. Forget the group games. They are pointless. Krieber goes under the radar with us City fans a little bit. Yeah, I tend to agree, and I'm one of his critics, don't get me wrong. But I've always said he's an exceptionally talented player. I just think sometimes the game passes him by. He's not a great tackler. He's not got the best of pace. He's not got any height. But when he's given time, wow, he's absolutely brilliant. There's no doubt in that. Leonard says, I'm not a negative person, Scott, believe me, but trust me, our defence ain't good enough to win the trophies. The sooner Laporte gets back, our defence ain't good enough to win trophies. Oh, you're talking about obviously with Laporte being out, I was going to say. I think we won 4 last season. England's finest don't get those who have 2 favourite clubs, can't split the emotion. Alexander. Laciel Blur, hi Andy, I need a vacation like John Stones. Poor John Stones, give him a break. Realism is not negativity. Scott Williams, I agree, Leonard Laporte is needed ASAP. Alexander, non-league football, for example, isn't favourite, just a cheaper day out. Edward says, Kiam, what you want about? Phyllis says, take some happy pills, guys. Was in a great mood till I came here tonight. Might go and sit with the John Walton rather than reading your negative crap on here. What's up with you? That's the way I'm feeling right now. I feel a bit like that. I came off that thinking, wow, God, I was going to talk about Raz and the brilliant performance and how great it was. And I'm reading on here, never going to win the Champions League. We can't defend. We've just won 5-1. Ryan, Andy, when I'm negative about win, I get timed out. Get Kiam Martin training with the kids. I haven't got time because I need to go. Phyllis, have a sing-song. Edward said, Edward, I live in Bristol, pal, so I go local team a few times. Get up to the Etihad a couple of times a month, but like I said, not a cheap date. Certainly not from Bristol. Either can someone point out MCFC are currently the most successful cup-winning team in the world? Over 90 minutes, MCFC can beat anyone. Sign a class centre back January and all our players fit and it's our year, says Kiam. That's a bit more positive, mate. Krieber, our defence isn't that bad. If Nico and John hit form, then we'll be flying. Well said, Krieber. Manchester is blue. Why so negative? We just won 5-1. Andy, did you think it was a pen for the Atalanta? I reckon he just taps. You reckon he just tapped his foot? It's one of those. You do some. It's like the Foden one. Manchester is blue. You know, was it really a yellow card? Yeah, in the Champions League, they give yellow cards for everything. The problem is that Foden's first one wasn't a yellow card. And then all the tackles from behind that they didn't get yellow cards. With regards to the Fernandinho penalty thing, I'll be honest with you. At first I thought no, it was soft, but then I watched it back and thought, I think even in the Premier League they'd give that as a penalty. Now, if it went to the AR, they'd give it as a penalty. I'm sure they would. Obviously, better performance in the Champions League. Philly says, Andy, she's now become the fridge freezer. Nico is in the fridge. Kiam, deep breath spell. It was a pen. Yeah, it was a pen. Player ratings, no, do that tomorrow night, mate. Leonard, 5. Never do player ratings immediately after the game. You always have to give it 24 hours. Even if it's 10-0, give it time. Have a reflection. Maybe watch a bit of the highlights of the game back again and watch it. You can't do it after the game because it's very, very subjective then, rather than just being a little bit subjective. But you always have a little objectivity when you've watched it back a day later. 5-1 ain't surprise anymore, Andy. Oh, sorry. City raised the bar of excellence. I totally agree with you, Leonard. Andy, thoughts on the atmosphere tonight through TV? Yeah, typical. I'll be honest with you, it sounded like a typical normal sort of group stage Champions League game that I've seen, not just at the Etihad, but at many a ground this season so far. I don't think tonight's atmosphere at the Etihad sounded on the TV any less, noisy than watching if I went and watched Spurs or I watched, Liverpool or whoever. I don't think there was any difference in it. I really don't, honestly don't. And I'm trying to be as honest as I possibly can. You know me, I've made videos and complained about the atmosphere, but I don't think it was any different tonight than watching any other group stages. Remember, this is the group stage, so people are a little bit sort of, at this time of year, you've got to remember Christmas is coming up and people are saving money and things like that. And did anybody really expect us to lose tonight? No. So it's not one of those games that you go, oh, we have to really get up for this tonight. I honestly thought it'd be, I said 4-1, it was 5-1. Some people on here thought it was 6-0, 7-0. So there was the expectations of the game. It was just one of those. So I didn't expect it to be absolutely bouncing up and down, doing the Poznan and everything else, because that just wouldn't happen in a group stage game. It just doesn't. And that's my whole problem with the UEFA Champions League format. I think it's shit, if I'm being honest. I think it's absolutely garbage. Now, if you just had the European Cup format with the winners of the league every single season, that'd be a totally different thing, because we'd be playing the likes of, Barcelona, and we'd be playing Juventus, and we'd be playing these type of teams, not, third place from Serie A, and the other crap. I mean, it just doesn't appeal. It does not appeal whatsoever. So I'm really surprised how full the stadium was tonight, if I'm being honest. Nico needs to go. Pep out. Bring back Iniacho Sterling once he's. I know you are taking the piss, EF. Play ratings will be tomorrow, yeah. Hopefully Angelino will get a game now. Zinchenko is out. I hid behind the couch every time Atalanta attacked. It was only Atalanta. I didn't think you had a couch. I'm looking at your apartment. I don't think you've got a couch, so you're a liar. Martin says City were magnificent tonight, 5-1. By the way, Shaw was my prediction. By the way, tonight. By the way, how many by the ways do you want on there? Great result, win, and bring anybody on. See, I can be positive. I'm going. Andy may speak later in the week, mate. Take care. Yeah, no problem either. Take care, buddy. Forgot Angelino existed. Letters Ivers. How do you think Fofo did for the record? I thought he did very, very well. Really well. Looked energetic. Looked very good on the ball. Worked his socks off. I mean, he made a couple of fantastic moves and passes, and to have that composure when he could quite easily at that age to have tried to score on a European night, just to flick it right to his left for perfectly for Sterling to finish for his goal. I mean, that's class. That's all up here. That's drilled in him from Pep Guardiola. It's all about team mentality, team philosophy. Right off to bed for me. Take care. You too. Phyllis, cheers, folks. You take care too. Good night. Take care. Ivor says at Cray Forest. Hi, Andy. Can you mention the stuff that I'm sending and the Centurion sale, and we will be hopefully get to? Yes, mate. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Cray Forest, who runs Hearts fan channel and supports, so go over and follow that. We've promoted him, and he's been on the channel before and gone back and watched the videos. Craig has actually bought the Centurion artwork, which is fantastic. Plus, he's also going to send through to auction off as a prize, well, auction, I should say, rather than a prize. A brilliant jacket, and I'm waiting to see it. I haven't seen it yet, but he's going to send that through and said that we can auction that off for the Tackle for Manchester charity. So massive thank you, Craig, for that. Really do appreciate it. Jay Viva, hey Andy, sorry I'm late. Absolutely harsh. 7 fell off. Yeah, agree. You said 6-0. Jay Viva, you're very late, pal. I am. He is. I'm going. City fans trying to find mistakes when City plays regardless when it's 6-0. Sign of a big club. It is. Creeber, is it televised group stage game on Tuesday night? You can't expect a great atmosphere. I agree. Still waiting for you to play that guitar. I will do. Chill out. Same token, players' performance don't go unnoticed. Our expectations gone through the roof, said Leonard. Oh, Leonard, we're not little old City anymore, says Hysteria. Manchester Blue, Raheem Sterling, world class today. As he always is. He was superb today. Lassiel Blur says, Andy, I subscribe on my another account to push for 10k. Can I take away now because it's a bit controversial? You can take it away, mate. Feel free. I tell you, the day was going to scare. We're going to score 5, says Sanjay. I've got huge corners, so I haven't seen it, mate. Foden needs to start Saturday, by the way. We're there around 7 a.m. Saturday, guys. Andy's buying me breakfast 7 a.m. I don't think so. I don't think I'll get back from London till about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. Sanjay, we did score 5. We did scare 5 people in the month of Halloween. Where's my breakfast? No, he's buying me breakfast after all of the bloody videos I've done the last 2 weeks. Ronan Quick, I'm late. You are, mate. Raheem, this season is KDB 2 season back. Simply undroppable. He's amazing. Craig Forrest, take care. Cheers, buddy. You're welcome, Craig, and thank you very much, mate. Good evening, Ronan. Ryan, he doesn't know yet. He's buying it me. I don't think so. Scott Williams agree. Raz was immense tonight. Best game for a few weeks. Absolutely. Andy, do you think the refs in the Champions League tend to give yellow and red cards more often? Far more. Absolutely far more. They're not as lenient as Premier League refs. Agree. Hysteria, says Leonard. Listen, guys, I'm going. It's late. I've got work to do. Andy, I've had too much coffee. I'm sure you have. Well, maybe I need some more because I've got work to do. And I'm up early. I've got to take my car to go and have its MOT at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I've got another few hours of work to do before I do that. So tomorrow, I'm not sure what time the live vlog is going to be. So I'm driving down to London, so I'll either do a quick one in the afternoon or I'll do it when I get down to London tomorrow night. But anyway, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone, and thank you so much. Kiam says, I don't know what Kiam says there, but he retracted it very quickly. Good luck in the OT. Take care. No problem. Thank you. How unselfish is Aguero with nice assist to Sterling instead of getting his own hat-trick? Superb. Absolutely superb. Go on then, I will treat you, Andy. Thank you very much, mate. Have a safe drive by all. Thank you, Creeber. But I don't know. I don't know what time tomorrow's live vlog is going to be. I'll probably do it when I get down to London, if I'm being honest, because by the time I get back in the morning, I've got some more work to do before I leave. I've got a meeting to go to as well. And then I'll drive down to London at some point late tomorrow. So I'll probably leave it and I'll do it till in the evening time. I've changed my mind. It was the greatest night of football I've ever seen in the Champions League. Say cheers till on the pub. We say thank you, Martin. Alex, sleep well, Andy. All the best. Thank you, Alexander. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Looking forward to Pep's post-match. Yeah, it was very good. Well, I saw the afterwards, but I haven't seen his post-match video yet. Bye, Andy. Come on, City. Absolutely. That's the spirit, Kiam. There you go. We've changed him. We've twisted him around. Is getting in the spirit. Absolutely hysteria, Manchester. But guys, thank you so much for coming on tonight's stream. I know it's a late one, but this is Andy from Man City Fan TV. Don't forget, thank you so much for the 10,000 subscribers. We really do appreciate it. And if you know anyone who's not a subscriber, tell them about it. Tell them to come over and subscribe. Hit that bell icon, and that way you're notified every single day when videos come up on the channel. And there's loads more coming out. Don't forget, check out the podcast that Kiam has done. Kiam was hosting this week. I did last week's. Kiam's hosting this week's, and we're going to have different hosts each week. Well, maybe not every single week, but we're going to get various hosts to do the podcasts on Man City Fan TV. We've got loads of guests lined up, and if you want to be involved and you think you can, you want to come on and chat about City just for an hour, you don't have to. You're not on camera, so it's just audio. It's just a podcast via Skype. Then contact us. I'll put the email address like I always do, and people keep asking for it. It's mcfcfantv@gmail.com. That comes through to me directly. But if you want to come on, like I said, you don't have to be on camera whatsoever. It can just be an audio call. And if you want to be involved in the future podcast, then get in touch with us, and we'd love to have you on and just talk about City in general. And what we'll tend to do is review the game or the games that have happened just recently, and talk about any future games that are coming up. But anyway, hope you enjoy that podcast. Go over, it's with Yannicka and Chris Baker. Really, really interesting listening to two big City fans that Kiam interviewed for the latest episode 1 podcast. I did the intro podcast last week. I'm not sure who's doing this one. I'll do one, or Martin might do one, or somebody will do one this week. And we've got some more guests coming up in the near future. So take care. Man City said, Mahrez, I love and I'm serious. Don't know what that is. I will keep it but won't use it. What's that one? I don't know what that's about. But anyway, Mehran Rangzeb says, love. Don't know who you're loving, buddy, but I'm glad that you're on the channel. You love Andy. Mehran, take care. Don't forget, go over. If you're not already on Discord, go over and check out the Man City Fan TV channel on Discord. Go over and chat to these guys, these absolute lunatics, like Ryan Corrie and Cal, and Mehran goes on there, and everyone else. Martin has relocated to Algeria. Go over on Discord if you're not on there. It's good. Loads of chats and videos go on there, and you can live chat with all these City fans if you want to. I am, bro. You are, mate. But take care. Have a good evening. We'll be back tomorrow at some point. Man City have won 5-1 in Europe in the group stages against Atalanta. Can't ask for much more than that, other than what a performance by Raheem Sterling. Absolutely on fire. But guys, have a great evening. Thank you so much for coming on the stream. I know it's late. Take care, and we'll see you soon.